Hey guys, I'm Cupid. I have schizophrenia and I'm also studying to become a psychologist. When my mind gets heavy, I don't call it broken, I call it a doorway. Because some days the noise is louder and the world feels too sharp to hold. That used to scare me. Now I ask what this moment is trying to show me. I start with one song that feels like medicine, not escape. Then I pause and ask, what am I carrying and what part of me needs gentleness? A tarot card helps me slow down and listen for meaning, not labels. That tiny ritual turns a heavy day into something I can actually walk through. Then I ground myself, feet on the floor, one deep breath, one honest minute. If this helped, follow for more spiritual self-care, tap the bell, and comment ritual. I'll share the full reset I use when my mind feels too full to hold. Because even a heavy mind can still carry sacred meaning. Some mornings I wake up already overwhelmed, like my thoughts beat me there. And if you've ever felt that you know how lonely it can be, people call it a problem. I've learned to treat it like sensitive spiritual weather. Not easy, not fun, just real and worth listening to. So I stopped trying to outrun it and build a softer day on purpose. That starts with sound. Music changes the room inside my head. One track can take me from spiraling to breathing again. Then I do a check-in without judgment. What am I feeling right now? And what would actually help me feel held instead of rushed? That question matters because the answer is rarely more pressure. Sometimes it's water, sometimes it's quiet, sometimes it's a card pull. I use tarot like a mirror, not a verdict on my life. It helps me notice the pattern under the chaos. And when I notice the pattern, I stop feeling so lost in it. That's the shift from what's wrong with me to what is this asking of me. A grounding habit seals it in. No big ritual, just presence. Feet planted, shoulders down, one slow breath all the way out. Then I let myself be human for one more minute without fighting it. That minute can change the whole tone of the day. Not because everything is fixed, but because I feel connected again. And for me, that connection is the point. If you want my full spiritual reset routine, follow now, hit the bell, and comment ritual. Let's pull a card for the day. All right. Well, this is a interesting card to pull for today. It's the Three of Swords reversed. So, it represents negative self-talk, releasing pain, forgiveness, optimism, recovery, moving on. So, I know a lot of us tend to have negative self-talk, especially when we have mental health issues, because the mental health issues tend to make us feel worse about ourselves. So there is a lot of negative self-talk. So this card is probably coming up to help you acknowledge that you should no longer have that negative self-talk, that you can find ways to improve your self-talk. This card also represents releasing pain. I know that I have a lot of stuff that I need to work on releasing, and this card probably is representing that for me, and forgiveness. I mean, we need to learn to forgive ourselves and forgive others, not to forgive them for them, but to forgive them for you. You do not need to forgive someone to make them feel better about themselves. You forgive them to make yourself feel better about yourself. So this card also represents optimism. I'm a very optimistic person. And I think that this is a good card to pull for this time, because I want to stay optimistic about things that are going on in my life. So it's good. It also represents recovery and moving on. Recovery, so you could be going through something that you need recovery from. And remember, you guys, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So it could also represent moving on. So moving on from something that no longer resonates with you. You know what I mean? Like, just moving on from those things that no longer need to be in your life. Yeah, so I did want to say that I went to court on Monday for my mom, and they rescheduled the hearing. So that card that we pulled the day before was probably for good reason. Thank you to all my subscribers and followers for subscribing and following me. I really appreciate it. Keep sharing my videos. The more people I reach, the more people I can help, and I would love to help as many people as possible. Remember, I'm on 3 different platforms with these videos: YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. I have all kinds of different stuff on each platform, so please feel free to follow me on all 3 and check out my older posts. If there's anything you want me to talk about in my videos, please comment below and let me know. I will come up with a video for your topic. Be safe, be good to yourselves, and as always, I love you guys. Bye.